Ahead of APC's national convention, we're joined by the party's national secretary, Senator Ajibola Basiru. Senator Basiru, thank you for joining us on the news this hour. It seems your party is leaning heavily on consensus candidates for key positions. And here's what your critics are saying. They're saying this development limits internal democracy and sidelines grassroots competition. How do you respond to concerns this convention may be more of a ratification exercise than a truly competitive process?
I would rather say that we are not bothered by what critics will say, because we don't do our politics for critics. We do our politics for what we know it's acceptable and within the framework of our constitution. Consensus model is recognized in our constitution. So if you have adopted consensus model for the world, local government, state, zonal, and it has become very successful, the question you ask yourself, why will you change the winning formula? And talking about the democratic content of consensus model, it will mean that you have unanimity. In any event, what I would say is that the greatest expression of democratic acceptability is actually in consensus. It means using the Latin maxim, nemine contradicte. There is no contradiction. There is no dissension. So therefore, whatever critics may say will not deter us from ensuring that we toe the path of ensuring one party, one government, one message, unified under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
It's a little bit difficult to confirm that there's no dissent, though. We've had a couple of people come on media to complain bitterly about purchasing, not getting forms, and issues. In fact, one of them had gone to court, asking that your party pay close to 100 million naira, ahead of for the fate is suffered in the days leading into this exercise. But let's talk about an unprecedented development within the APC. 32 sitting governors ahead of this convention. 32 governors under one party. Very interesting, Senator Basiru. Given the enormous influence governors wield, how is the APC ensuring this process isn't dominated by them at the expense of other stakeholders within the party?
I would first say that I would rather not gloss over what you said about somebody saying he was not given form. The guideline we published clearly stated that unless you are cleared, you will not be given nomination form. So if you are not a member of the party paying financial dues as at when it is due, you cannot just wake up one day and say you want to come and contest on the platform of our political party. We are going to meet such kind of contention in the law court. Then talking about the governors have always been very strong leaders of our political party. But there are also some other stakeholders which include members of National Assembly, leadership of National Assembly, members of Federal Council, and even past leaders of our party. Our party has enormous structure to be able to take care of the interests of all that is concerned.
Beyond electing new leaders, distinguished, this convention is clearly a strategic step toward the election next year. What specific lessons would you say past internal crises in the party would apply now to ensure cohesion and prevent disputes after this exercise?
I don't foresee there will be any disputes in this exercise. By the grace of God, by Saturday morning, a new leadership will emerge by way of consensus. And there's a standing committee which is headed by the governor of Yobe State, with the charge responsibility of ensuring reconciliation on the standing basis. So I foresee a party more unified, more strengthened, and the convention promises not to just to be about election, it's also about celebration of democracy and articulation and public expression of the achievement of the Renew Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Very optimistic, distinguished. You're not concerned about what many have referred to as multiplicity of interest going into the primaries. Yes, majority will support Mr. President, but how do you deal with the many who have joined you in the past year?
I think if you have been able to join to ensure a seamless congresses at the world level, local government level, state level, and now at the national level, we believe that we'll be able to ensure that whatever issues may be, even in the process of emergence of candidates for the election, we will be able to manage such issues. In any event, the default mode of APC now is to try to get unanimity by way of consensus as a way of ensuring unity of purpose and articulation of a common position to ensure that we become bulwark of electoral victory in Nigeria.
APC National Secretary, Senator Ajibola Basiru, thank you for your insight.
Yes, nice being here.